triple to end the third quarter, and he wants more. It's a ravaging rainstorm from downtown. Jimmy on the glass, rams it back with both hands. Out to Hero for the three. Yes! Butler did it! Oh, say it with your chest! Second to none! What a start to the overtime for Miami.
Yeah, welcome to the Five Reasons Sports Post Game Show, aka the Post Up. I'm your host, Royal A. Shepherd, and I am joined this morning, night, I don't know what to call it, by my man Jonathan Rumblecon and our super producer Manny Chang. Fellas, the USA woke up today and decided to beat the shit out of Iran, and that's exactly what happened, bro. They went into this game, showed more focus than they have during exhibition games or during the first game against France, and they just came out here and just put their foot in Iran's ass and then let up the entire game. So, Jonathan, what were your main takeaways from the game tonight?
I liked what I saw on defense mostly. I felt like they were doing what we've seen from Team USA before, which is forcing a lot of turnovers, getting out in transition, and just using their speed to outpace Iran. So I felt like that was there. The ball movement was a lot better. I saw them moving the ball, finding open threes, making the right pass a lot of the times, moving a little bit more without the ball. So I liked what I saw from there. And of course from Bam, man, Bam was all over the place defensively. He was pretty much like a free safety, just doing everything he wants on defense. I think you tweeted, you tweeted it saying how these opposing teams' country point guards don't know that when Bam switches out to you, that's not a regular center switching out to you. That you can't just beat him off the dribble because he's going to send that shit. So good game overall. I felt like we finally, like the title implies, we finally saw some good Team USA basketball.
Don't worry, Karmic. The Tatum slander is scheduled for a couple of minutes away. Manny, tell me what you saw from the game tonight, brother.
I saw the team actually start playing the style of defense that we were kind of expecting, I guess, from the moment when these guys were together, which created the offense, which looked great. Thought the ball movement was there. Not much hesitation by Lillard, though. I felt like he, after that second half the last time against France, like he basically said, you know what, the first half, I have to be the guy. And I felt like he was able to get his spots and make shots. But I guess, in overall sense, it's Iran at the end of the day. And I did tell you before we came on that if this type of win didn't occur tonight, if by any chance means if this was even close, it'd be concerning. But to see them actually, play the ball that we were expecting them to play seems like forever. I'm saying, listen, it's a win. I'm not going to say it's a great win, but it's a start to build. But I thought tonight it all started on the defensive end. For like a second, it looked like Miami Heat basketball where you play on one end and you force everything going the other end with hitting shots per se. So good win overall.
Good win. Man, they beat these boys by 50 points, bro. Like this is a fantastic win.
Sound positive, man.
Hey, bro, I enjoy
the best play of the night, Bam's block. That's I don't care what nobody tells
that shit.
Oh, yes, it did, bro.
Shit out of here.
Yes, it did, bro. But I want to get to your point a little bit about how the team played a whole lot better than what we were accustomed to. The ball movement led to a lot more threes tonight, and that was spearheaded by Damian Lillard.
Mm-hmm.
Adam, you're an asshole. That was spearheaded by Damian Lillard. The team overall shot 50% from the three, as you can see on the screen. I want you to talk about Dame's game tonight, and particularly the chemistry that he had with Bam out there on the floor, because Bam got a few assists on the ball, Jonathan.
I mean, when Dame's locked in, he's a completely different player. Like, he's almost unguardable. And I mean, you have these guys, with all due respect to these guys from Iran, they're not guarding Damian Lillard, right? You put a screen on him, you have somebody like Bam or Draymond who are capable guys of setting really good screens. Like you said, man, that chemistry between Dame and Bam is great. The way he found the one pass that was really money to me was just he was in the post, almost by the baseline and the opposite baseline, and he found him all the way at the top of the key, got him a beautiful three. If we can get that lined up, we got the boy Marco, free Marco Romo. He is
Gang.
free and he is live. Marco, what are your thoughts on the game, bro?
Yo, in the words of Royal, we blew that shit out. There was nothing much to analyze outside of Jason Tatum being ass, Iran not knowing how to defend the 3-point line. It was easy. I expected it. I think everybody expected it. I'm surprised at how little. I guess I wanted to see Pop use more of the Bam and Jeremy Grant lineup that I've been wanting to see for a while. I love all the athleticism out there. I'm a big just go out there and show out kind of guy. But yeah, it was an easy win. Nothing much to analyze. You expect this stuff. Most of these wins used to be really fun back in the day, but they were kind of I don't know. It felt kind of boring.
Felt boring after watching them get their ass kicked by France.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Is that the jet lag talking, Romo? This is a day game for you. Am I correct?
Yeah, it's like 7 a.m.
Lucky asshole.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro. So you had a nice nap to watch the game while we were out here struggling. Me and Manny are 30 plus. I'm trying to go to sleep soon.
Prime time. If we could do this at 2 a.m. every night, I'd rather do that than wake up at 8 o'clock and watch a game.
Oh, no, sir. No, sir, at all. Loki comes on there.
Way better than everyone.
Here's the thing. Jonathan doesn't have kids, Royal, so he doesn't understand the struggle.
Oh, okay. That's what it is. So, no, I want let's get back to the game. I kind of want to talk about Bam's game because he was everywhere defensively, and he's shown himself like he's improved his value. I know a lot of people are going to talk about Haddadi from Iran.
Daddy is my daddy.
Haddadi was giving Bam a little bit of that work early on, but Bam kind of like swallowed up guards and just did what we all know that he does on a night in, night out basis. Manny, I thought it's to you. What is it like to see Bam do that on a national stage?
Feels awesome, feels great. Not to mention he's representing the Heat. I mean, it's something that when I saw Wade do it for us, it seemed like it was forever. It felt great to know that, you had LeBron, you had Carmelo, you had Kobe, but we had Wade. And then to see, listen, tonight Bam didn't do it on the offensive end, but he didn't need to. He did everything else on the defensive end, and I think those 3 key blocks were just something that created all that other offense that came with it. So I'm not going to complain much about Bam tonight. I thought in the spurts and spots that he was in the first half, on that side of the floor, I thought it was more than enough for me to be satisfied. Now going forward here and say him and Dame, they have something special. It's only the second game overall that counted, but to me, the things that could happen going forward with this and the creation, I hope Pop is looking at this and builds off it, and then technically speaking, it should open it up for everybody else. Apparently not for Jason Tatum because he doesn't want to shoot right. But besides that, I think it could build into something great. So,
yeah, Jason Tatum was absolute cheeks tonight, bro. Like he couldn't hit a shot. Like,
looks lost. Dude. It looks like KZ when he comes on the floor. Doesn't know what to do.
Yeah, that's tough though because they're gonna need him.
They're definitely gonna need him. Yeah.
They're gonna need him to spell KD when KD sits on the bench. I'll get to KD a little bit later because he seems like he's taking his sweet ass time to get this Olympic record. But I want to talk some about the starting group and how they changed that up to kind of help Dame. They inserted Jrue into the starting lineup, and Marco, I kind of want to get your thoughts on this. He's the closest thing that they have to like a true point guard out there. How did his presence like impact or help them in this game? Nope.
Nope.
I got you. Can you repeat that question? All right.
So pretty much to sum it up, it was talking about Jrue and how he was inserted into the starting lineup. How did that change the look of this team tonight?
I think Pop was probably just going for all defense. Like he looked mad at that last game. He was like upset about the scoring and everything. And Jrue got his legs under him because I think in the last game he like just flown in at 3 a.m. I get that feeling, and he still like led them in scoring. And he was like, "You see this dude out here? He just got here and still busted his ass. He's probably out there to prove a point to the whole lineup. Like, you better bust your ass, and you'll get more minutes." Pretty much. I like that he did that too, and going for all defense because the offense wasn't the problem today at all, and And in the future, it probably will be more of a problem than the defensive side. But Pop is like, I don't want to worry about defense at this point. I'm going to put in our best guard defender, our best probably perimeter defender to start the game. He's going to set the tone. That's the type of move that actually Eric Spoelstra does a lot, and I actually really like because you want to set the tone early. And I really like that he did that. Going forward, I think you might expect it because I think he's like, I waited for you to get here from the finals. I'm going to put you in as much as I can. And I think I like that.
Yeah, I think I do too. Another thing that I like was that Pop went pretty deep into his bag early on. It was probably maybe midway through the second quarter when I noticed that Pop had already played 11 guys. He had already played 11 guys by the halfway mark.
Because he could, though. Because he saw, like, I think there was a point where it was like 41-18 or something.
They were beating the shit out of him.
They were beating the shit out of him. So, of course, at that point. But sorry to cut you off, but it just seemed that's why he did it.
Yeah. Ramakan, what were you on Pop's rotation tonight and how many guys he was playing?
I mean, like Manny said, it's because you could. Like, you're blowing the team out by 40 points. You can kind of put whoever you want out there. You can go put, like, you can suit up one of the coaches and let them go play out there. So I think it was a good night to test out a bunch of different lineups. I think, regardless of this being, not the highest competition, it's still one of those games where you can get a lot of takeaways from using different lineups, running different types of plays, maybe running plays that you're going to need to run later down the line when you're playing in a medal game and you have to, make sure you secure this type of shot. You can work on those type of plays in live action. So I think although you're playing against, poor competition, still having that ability to run different lineups and, use different plays, kind of get some live action reps is going to be something that's good for the team going forward. And their confidence, man. I mean, going and taking a first loss after 24 games, they need to get that confidence back, and I feel like they got it.
Yeah, so to your point with the confidence thing, the Team USA can't afford to lose any more games or else they're out of contention for the goal. So, man, I'm gonna toss this to you. Did tonight help you or make you feel more secure about the USA's ability to win out and essentially bring the goal home?
I would probably say it assured me that it can be done when they want to do it, but of course it's against Iran, right? So how much stock do you carry into this? It's like I said, to me, it's a good step to see that it can be done, like on the floor. But going forward, like it's only going to get not saying that it's going to be difficult, but obviously, like now it's on tape. You got to see how it is in their next game against what is it, Czech Republic or something like that, right?
I have no idea.
I mean, as far as I know, that country plays hockey, not basketball. No, I'm being totally. I mean, I'm being honest.
They barely got in.
Yeah, look, they barely got in. So can we expect probably the same result? Absolutely, and it should be the same result. There shouldn't be any questions or buts why this team shouldn't be up by 40 again in the second, in the second quarter. But when you get then, thinking positively, right? You move on. The teams are only going to get harder. And we've seen Luka Doncic, we've seen Germany. The competition is going to be there. So I think you win like this, it gives you a boost of confidence. But how much can we stock? I'd say maybe you just have to say it's a good win. You can't say it's a great win because, in honesty, it's Iran and it's Czech Republic up next. Just win the games that you're supposed to. Get your guys going, which I think is what was most important. Dame is getting going, and you're right. Kevin Durant, dude, I get maybe you want to wait, but we don't want you to be cold when we need you, right? We want you to have a rhythm going. So I think that's one of the things I think Pop needs to start telling him in his head, hey, listen, Dame's going to do this, that, but you're going to have to at some point assert yourself into this, do something that shows that you're the AKA alpha male here, right? Because I think that's very important to see per se going forward.
Yeah, so Marco, let's get into that a little bit. I don't know if you're here because your picture hasn't blinked in like 5 minutes. But Marco, if you're alive, say yes.
I'm here.
Oh, okay. So let's talk about Kevin Durant a little bit. Are you fine with him working his way into these Olympics, or would you like to see him become more aggressive from the jump? Because I feel like he's going to get there eventually.
Ooh. Yeah, shooters shoot. Yeah, that's the motto. Like shooters are going to shoot. You better shoot it now. now, because you're going to be needed more in the knockout round. You might play, Slovenia, and Luka might be on fire. He might go for 50, and he might take the win. So, yeah, I think you got to shoot. Luka Doncic actually is a good example of that. During the Mavs season, he had like a rough stretch where he was like hitting nothing. He had a 4 for 20 game, 4 for 15 type of game, like back and forth, and he just kept shooting. Like he's the type of dude that keeps shooting because these guys that are in the top 10, like Luka, like KD, like LeBron, you let these dudes shoot until they get right. You trust them. They have the track record. Like he's trying to get the Olympic record. Maybe that's on the back of his head. Like he's like he knows that he's about to get there, and once he probably gets there, he'll probably be fine. So yeah, I'm more than fine with it. Keep running pin downs for him. Keep running pick and rolls with him and the big man who's going to find open shooters. I think you stick with it. Obviously, I think he's going to get there. I'm not worried about it. I'm more worried about the other guys falling into this motion of just watching him. That's my biggest fear because when they just watch a dude go ISO, that's like the USA's like ugliest offense, and I hate it. So I hope they don't get stuck in that, trying to feed KD too much. But I think you trust him enough to keep running your sets with him. Just don't fall in love with the ISO.
Yeah, I think what's going to help that is that they brought in guys like Jeremy Grant and Chris Middleton, who are accustomed to playing off of the ball, and they added a lot more motion when they got their minutes. Jonathan, do you you look like you agreed. Do you think that helps when KD does have to score?
It does for sure, because now you have guys that, like you said, know how to play off ball, but still give him the space that he needs, because you still got to respect those guys' shots, but they don't necessarily need the ball in their hands. So they can just be doing things off ball, creating, diversions and basically smoke screening everything. And when you're trying to really run the play for KD. So I think it's good. I was criticizing it a little bit, having some of those scrubs, like JaVale McGee or, Keldon Johnson on the team, but I feel like it's a good fit, having somebody like Chris Middleton there, having some of these guys that can play off ball, because it allows the star players to kind of focus on themselves. And although there is a lot of stars on the team, I think everybody's starting to figure out their role a little bit better. And that's what's going to help this team move forward.
Yeah. I want to kind of know what's going to be Jason Tatum's role. Like he looked like he was almost played out the fucking rotation tonight. Like he was bad. And it's kind of like when they get deeper into these games, man, they're going to have to shrink these rotations. Do you think Jason Tatum comes around? Because he hasn't been playing necessarily well throughout this entire process.
Well, if you look at his first 2 games so far, his shooting from 3 has been absolutely shit. Like absolutely horrible. And the only way that you've seen him make the shot is if he's in rhythm. Now, obviously, you mentioned it, and I think it's a great observation. The more games you play, you can't just be playing all these guys. At some point, you're going to have your rotation set going forward. But I still think, listen, we know what he is. It's all about just him being confident and just finding himself a role. And I think it's quite clear that still needs to be found. But it's so funny, right? You see Grant play for 2-3 minutes, and I felt confident. I see Chris Middleton. I can't believe I have to not root for his ass, but I know what he's about because I just saw him in the finals when the Bucks needed a shot. They found him if it wasn't Giannis in the post, and he looks for his shot. Tatum needs to find his spot on this team. If not, listen, it is what it is. If you fit, great. If you don't, there's plenty of guys like those two that could show up. And even with Jrue Holiday, though, I feel like, and I think you even said it, you know what he can bring. And if he's struggling, you have confidence that eventually he'll figure it out. With Tatum so far, though, the first 2 games, it just seems like he's forcing it instead of flowing with it. And I think he needs to figure that out soon. If not, hey, it is what it is, man. Right? This is Team USA. This is not the Boston Celtics where you're going to sit there, shoot 40 times, and eventually shooter's going to shoot. And I understand that, but there's plenty of guys that can shoot the ball. I still just don't understand how you're not really shooting it in a much better percentage, thinking that that it's basically the distance is not even NBA. But again, it is what it is.
I think for me, what is looking like is Tatum is taking a lot of heavily contested threes. Like he already has
he's rushing with it.
His shooting motion is already kind of slow. So like people closing out to him on them hard closeouts, and it's like a man right in his face by the time he's shooting the ball. And he's just not, I don't know, he's just not looking like himself out there. But you've said something that kind of makes me want to turn my attention to another question: how you hate rooting for Chris Middleton. Which player on Team USA do you hate rooting for the most right now, Marco?
The Boston Celtic. Probably, yeah, Jason Tatum, but I like Jason Tatum as a person. He's cool. I think it might actually be Chris Middleton. The way that Manny was pointing out, Chris Middleton is a funny dude because for one game he'll look like Kevin Durant, and another game he might look like Jason Tatum did tonight. He's like the most. He's not a roller coaster because roller coasters are exciting. Shout out to No Dunk who said this. That they said that he's a Ferris wheel. Like I call him like. That's I love that analogy. That's probably my pick, but most of the dudes are all right. I like JaVale because he's hilarious and he's on Shaqtin' all the time. But it'd probably be Chris Middleton. That's a good point by Manny.
Yeah, Ramakan, who's the player you hate rooting for the most in this series?
100% Chris Middleton, man. 100% Chris Middleton. Like it's not even close. Like Marco said, man. You hate Tatum, but at least he's cool. You know what I mean? At least he kind of has. Something there as far as personality goes, dude. I cannot root for Chris Middleton for the life of me. Like, I just can't. I just can't, man. He's the one guy on this team that I just cannot stand. Like, just go do your job and then win the gold for USA, and then I can never have to root for you again. Hopefully.
Yeah, I think it would have been Chris Middleton for me if like I didn't find myself subconsciously like I got Carmen B said subconsciously rooting for Jason Tatum to get away with those push-offs. Like I don't like that because I hate it when he does it to us. And now like subconsciously, like when he's doing it to other people, I'm like, yeah, do that shit. And it's like, bro, I'm a hypocrite, bro. So let's talk about this next game. We're not finna stay here long, bro. It's 2:45 in the goddamn morning. Or except for where Marco Romo is, where the sun is always shining, apparently. So, Manny, we're going to start with you about our game. Who we playing, the Czech Republic next?
He said the Czech Republic.
I don't know what to call them, bro.
Listen, I'm gonna make it simple.
We're on a global scale right now, Manny.
I'm gonna make it simple. And I've never said this. The boys feeling good for Saturday. That's it. Move on.
I was just about to ask you, Manny. Damn, you ain't let me ask you, Marco. The boy feeling good?
Ooh, yeah. After tonight, the boys feeling really good. I think they're gonna win by 15.
It's hard to tell.
It'll be 40. I won't say it's gonna be 40. It's gonna be like a 15-point win. They got it. Thomas Satoransky's probably going to go for like 24 points, and that's about it.
Ramakan, the boy feeling good?
Šlapek se city dobre.
Did you just Google that?
That's the boy feeling good in Czech Republic, whatever the hell language it is.
Hey, Jaromír Jágr is not coming out of that locker room, bro. You're good.
That's crazy. Well, y'all know what the boy is. The Heat. The USA about to blow that shit out. Fuck is you talking about? Oh, look, I think this is what we're gonna do for the rest of the Olympics. This game returned my confidence in Team USA. I think now if they lose, me too, bro. But I think this game helped them realize the level that they need to play at consistently in order to be the dominant force that they can be in this tournament. So yeah, I'm feeling good about the way the team playing, and I'm really looking forward to seeing them for the rest of this playoffs and the playoffs. God damn, bro, I'm still thinking about the NBA. Y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm sleepy. It's 2:46 in the morning. Let's pay some of these bills because I have to. So we want to thank the primary sponsor of the post game show, which is Biscayne Bay Brewing. Don't worry, Manny. I don't need you. I'm going to fly through these motherfuckers.
I don't have anything.
That's okay. Biscayne Bay Brewer. Make sure you check out your local brewery if you're in Miami for the Miami Pale Ale, the Marlins Lager, Tropical Bay IPA, the La Colada Porter. I haven't done these in a while, so I don't remember the rest, but they are delicious, so check them out. Also, I'm not paying Miami Grill because they ain't paid me. I'm going to pay Manscaped because Manscaped did pay me. Use the promo code 5RSN. Where's the Czech Republic? Bro, it's in the mall, bro. If you go in there, I think they sell like hippie clothes, hipster shit. But yeah, what was that? Oh, Manscaped. Use the promo code 5RSN for 20% off your order and free shipping.
Shave
Your
your
balls
balls.
will thank you. Yes, your balls will thank you. Let's make sure that we pay. Who else?
Except if you're Iran tonight.
No, they will not. Their balls will not thank them. That is a lot of shaving that they would have to do. Yeah, bro, you gonna do this in front of Jonathan Manny? That's racist. I just want to point it out.
Insulting my family.
Bro, you insulted my boy Jonathan right here, bro. Look, this show has gone out of hand. We already said we was only going to do 25 minutes. So thank y'all for joining us in the comments.
Marco's moving. Marco's moving.
Yeah, he is, bro. So thank y'all for joining us in the comments. I didn't read none of them because none of y'all ain't giving me no money. Y'all know how this works. Thank you to my guy Manny for staying up late with me. Thank you, Dr. Robacon. And thank you to my guy Marco Romo, who's calling us. Where are you in London or you're in London, right?
Mm-hmm. Scotland, UK,
Scotland?
pretty much.
Yeah, so thank you to our guy Marco Romo for calling in from Scotland, man. Loads of fun tonight, fellas. I am going to fucking sleep because I have to take my child to school in the morning. Play the video, Manny.
Good Lord.